What's up, guys? I am playing more of that Bahamut bunny deck because it's a lot of fun. And I opened up to alright, it could turn good. Gore's it's just a good card. And tin plates can make any card I draw, any monster I draw, pretty good. Now that I think about it, if I go tin plate into bunny, I can make Shockmaster. But I don't run Shockmaster, so I'm thinking of putting that in. It's those things you just start to notice when you go back and watch. So he does make a pretty long first turn. So I cut away for a little because his turn was taking long, and I don't want to get time limited and Fire Dog. And at first I'm thinking, please don't be playing Haze Beast. That deck's filthy. Then I was like, wait, only I play Haze Beasts. No one else wants to. So he's like, yeah, Fire Dog. Fire Dog's gonna obliterate my opponents. That 1900 attack's really good, but my tin plate Goldfish has 2000 defense. He summons another Fire Dog, and tin plate Goldfish is like, what's up, Flamebell Fire Dog? I have 2000 defense. And Flamebell Fire Dog gets sad. So, tin plate, pretty good stall card sometimes. I do play a Reaper in this deck. I don't know if I ever draw it in any of these games, but I could stall for a little while in this deck. I really like this deck. Like, I just made it today. No one told me to make it. I didn't see any deck skeleton for it. It was just kind of an idea I had because I thought Bahamut Shark was busted. I'm sure it's been all over the place, this idea. But I don't know, I wanted to play it, and that's all that matters. And he's just like, darn, Flamebell Fire Dog can't get over it. So I see him checking his extra decks, I'm like, Saturday morning. And I had a feeling he was going for Photon Pappy Operative, which is a great card. I can't take that away from you. And he does, and I saw him and he's like, no. And I stall for days. So, this deck does do one more thing. It has, like, one very special thing that it can do. And I don't pull it off this game, but I'm going to pull it off in one of the games after this. And it's going to be hilarious, and you're all going to love it. Or hate it. There's a very good chance you're going to hate it. The person I played hated it. Couldn't stand it, actually. But that's a different video. I don't want to get ahead of myself. And can I draw a monster? That's all I'm thinking this entire time. I don't want to waste my other Goldfish, because what if he Dark Holes and I have no Goldfish? And Goldfish is pretty much Bahamut Shark. And then, oh, I do draw my Reaper. So Reaper's like, what's up, guys? Gonna stall a little more. So at this point, I still don't know what I'm playing. I'm thinking maybe it's Haze Beasts, but Haze Beasts don't set, so maybe it's not. And then I was like, maybe those are Laval Lakeside Ladies, or Laval Volcano Handmaidens, in which case I lost the game already. Then he summons Fire King Avatar Yaksha. I think Yaksha was one of the names of the Fire Fists, too, when they first came out before their name changes. And he's like, hey, I don't know what this card does. If it's destroyed by a card effect, destroy the card in his field, or hand. Kind of minus, but in his deck I'm pretty sure it works. So he attacks into my Reaper, and I'm like, stall! And he's like, no! The Reaper! Reaper's so good. I say this every time I have Reaper. I only attack one, because I think he's a good card. And right now I draw Starlight, so I'm like, hey, want Heavy? Heavying sounds like a good idea. But I know I can push really soon because of Heavy. I mean, because of Starlight, so because I know anything he has will pretty much go in vain. I've had a Bahamut Shark play this entire time, but there was no point in pushing when you have such good stall. But now I see the errors of my way. I definitely should have MST'd first. I want to point this out. But it's one of the Fire Dance traps, and it's a decent one. But I do Bahamut Shark, I believe. Yep, Bahamut Shark, because he's the best card. And I attack over Fire King Avatar Yaksha, Because he only gets his effect when he's destroyed by a card effect. Right? If his card is just... No, he does. Right? This card is destroyed in the ending game, you can destroy one card in your hand or on your... He decides not to use that effect. Because I don't know. I don't really remember. Don't remember what those two set cards are. But I'm okay broadcasting I have the Starlight because it doesn't matter to me. Oh, and you forgot to take damage for that attack. Because Bahamut Shark does inflict damage. Bahamut Shark is 2600 attack. That's like Gemnite Pearl plus an effect after. Tell me that's not great. Right now my field looks pretty good. He has 7 cards though. I only have 1 card advantage of him. Next turn I get that inherent 2 card advantage on him for my draw. So I have the advantage of this game. It's not like super severe, but my field's a little more intimidating than his. I did cut away for a second. I don't know if you saw that, but it looked like that face down went really fast. And Gaga Gigo, he's like, "What's up?" He's a young evildoer who used to have an evil heart. I keep trying to read that, but I never read the whole thing. And I find out that this is a Neo Flamvell Hedgehog. I thought it was like 1,000 Neos or something like that. But apparently when it's destroyed, he removes something from my grave. It's pretty okay. I guess. And Neo Flamvell Hedgehog's gonna remove something else from my grave. I'm not really reliant on my grave in this deck, which is very good. Because I can main deck macro if I needed to. I wouldn't want to. I would side it. And Reaper effect. What do I hit? Did I hit something good? No. I hit another Fire King. This field. Oh, and then I cut away because his turn was taking forever. But he activates Onslaught of the Fire King and gets Garunix. And I misread Garunix because I thought, I mean, this card's broken that it can attack still. But I misread Garunix because I thought when it came back it destroyed one monster, but it destroys all other monsters. So you'll see my misplay when it first comes about. Garunix will die at the end phase, but because of his effect, since he was destroyed by a card effect, he'll come back and destroy all my monsters. Which is completely broken. I take 100 because he decides to attack over Bahamut Shark. Completely understandable. He probably should have attacked over Reaper. Why wouldn't you? Do more damage if you think he's going to get all the destruction during standby. And I'm waiting for him to special summon his Fire King High Avatar Garunix, which is kind of a cool artwork. I like it. And I'm like, dude, you gonna do it? And you're like, yeah. So at first I thought it was one monster, so I was like, oh no, and then I was like, wait a second. I was confused. I forgot he even had this effect. Oh, and then I was like, whoa, wait, all of them? Starlight Road? GG. And I'm pretty sure he scoops up. So that's pretty much the game. That destroys Garunix. So I'm Dat House Dust On, and that was the game.